Okay. Yeah, keep the sticks rolling. Hey, bitch, I be hot, me and money got tied. She call me steps, but I'm never surprised. I don't know, trust him, they all go for size.
Legendary.
Are we?
Schools. Gents, just got one thing to say. I know it's been a long time since we recorded the last episode, but hands up if your team won this weekend.
Hands up if your team is first. But you know what I hate, Faith? Like, every single time we're on form, like we're on good form, we never record.
What do you mean?
Nah, but like, so it was the last time. Because I remember.
But legendary, Faith, we needed a bit of drama, man. Yeah, boy. The back to break, yeah, boy. Then Arsenal's going through a dip, yeah, boy. We need a bit of drama. We need a little bit of drama.
Yeah, that will be good, Faith. This dip, I've seen it before. We'll go back on another 7-game winning streak.
But schools last season, they were, remember the race for top 4? Do you remember that race?
They were solid.
Everyone
was like, surely they can't mess this up, bro. And everything that could go wrong went wrong for Arsenal. And so, it looks like this season, but I don't want to talk too soon, but we'll see what happens.
You say legends, that's not going to happen this time around.
But the thing is it's still in our hands, but I guess it's still in City's hands as well. It's both in our hands with City, because if City win the game in hand, they wipe point behind us. If they beat us, then it's same thing with us. If we win all our games, we win the title. It's simple as that. They're more like, I still see like bumps coming really, for both teams.
You're right, bro. I think for every team in the Premier League, unless it's Chelsea, because Chelsea have nothing to play for anymore. So, schools, bro, can you just run through the results from the weekend, bro? Like, obviously, we saw things happening at the bottom, at the top, race for top 4. And the Premier League is nice now, eh? I think this is like, I don't want to, we always say best season, but this season is a nice season. In terms of
I don't know where people get this thing where they say the Premier League is like its lowest this season.
How?
How? Every single team is competing, dog. Like, say it's a dog fight from the first position till number 20.
What do you say, schools, about that in terms of like quality and the entertainment value of this year?
Yeah, I mean, no, definitely it's been. Obviously, my team is not involved in all of that, but I think it's been a very good season, bro. Like across the board, like even the relegation fight is like exciting this season. Like you don't know from like 14th to like 20th. Okay, I think 20th we kind of know who's going down, but that relegation fight is definitely not over. Top 4 as well. Every other week, you never know who's going. I mean, I thought United was safe, but then there was
at some point they're competing for the title.
Bro. But
yes,
let's be honest, bro. I never say title. You guys say title,
but you said I'm not. You did. I won't lie. You did say like I'm not saying title, but I'm just saying.
You know, at some point, like say if your team is 5 points behind number 1, competing for the title.
But I will say something, legend. I remember when we won the League Cup, and I was on Sky High, and I said we're in the top 4. But hey, when I look back and I look now, I'm like, hey, Newcastle. I think the only nice thing about us and the race for top 4 is that Spurs are Spursy, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
So schools, bro, run through the results, Punchy. What happened, bro?
First game of the weekend was Saturday. It was the Aston Villa versus Newcastle game. Hey, Ollie Watkins, he's on some other form. 3-0.
Amazing.
3-0 to Villa. Hey, Castle, okay, but anyway. Then obviously that next game was Chelsea-Brighton. We lost at the bridge again, 2-1. Should have been more. Brighton should have put 5 past us, but anyway. Then it was Everton-Fulham, Fulham 3-1. Southampton-Palace, Palace won 2-0. Spurs-Bournemouth, Spurs, another team that's just shocking sometimes. They lost 3-2 to Bournemouth at what's it called? The apparently. And then it was Wolves versus Brentford. Wolves actually won 2-0. And then City Leicester 3-1. Haaland equaling the record. And then he equaled it, not bro.
Yeah, equaled it. The 2 goals.
Yeah, and then it was, and there's still like 6-7 games left.
Yeah, they have 8 games left.
Sure, that's crazy. And then it was Sunday, West Ham Arsenal 2-2. and Nottingham United won 2-0.
I think 3-1.
I'll give him 2-0. I think let's start at the top, bro. Like getting into it. Legend, your result yesterday, bro. After scoring 2 goals against Poole, right, and being up 2 goals up, it happens again this weekend or past weekend. How do you feel, bro, about that? Being 2-0 up, you're supposed to be cruising now, managing the game, and I think you as a coach will also say, hey, nah, man, you can't. That is unexplainable to capitulate like that, Jebo. So I want to hear your thoughts, man. Like
Liverpool or what?
No, West Ham.
Obviously, we all know what happened against Liverpool. We left Anfield with a point, so that's that. Against West Ham, a very weak West Ham side. Like this season, they've been very poor. Home and away, when I switched on the game, it was like 2-0. So I switched on it like 10 minutes. It was 2-0. I was like, okay, this is game set match. I feel like we were a bit too arrogant and cocky in that match. Since we were leading 2-0, so we thought everything would be easy. West Ham were just going to give up and roll over for us. Of course, they scored 1 goal. It was 2-1 in the first half. Saka had a penalty, missed the penalty. We scored all the penalties so far this season. And missed the penalty, and then like a minute after that, West Ham scored to make it 2-2. With Bowen. I feel like we didn't have the killer mentality that champions normally have in games. Or at least just control the game. Don't deny West Ham any opportunities to score. If it's 2-1, then fine. As long as you get over the line and get your 3 points. So it was not a bit. It was disappointing. It was disappointing. And I also feel like Gabriel Jesus was not meant to be subbed. They should have left him on. Just maybe, I think Saka should have been subbed off.
He wasn't in the game.
He wasn't in the game the whole game. I think he needed like a rest to just. I'm not saying he's tired. So I've seen some fans use that as an excuse. I just feel like he wasn't good enough in that game. And that's a game where Ulrich Nelson or even Trossard would have made a big difference even earlier in the game. 4 points out of City with their game in hand. Still in our hands. I'm not going to say I'm not panicking. I'm panicking a bit, but we'll be fine, man. We'll be fine.
Like they always say that a 2-0 lead in football is the most dangerous, and I think you've seen it twice. And I think Arteta would have drilled it into his boys, but like said, gents, last week or the week before we played Poole, we basically drew the game. It was ours, and this week too. So I think he'll be very angry when he looks back at those games.
Definitely.
Schools, what do you make of Arsenal's? I wouldn't say I mean, they got out there with the points, so it's not losing. It's not. I don't know if it's bottling, but it's capitulation. I think they're both.
To be honest, bro, I think they're flirting with that fine line between being confident and being arrogant. And I think, especially in that West Ham game, I think even in that Liverpool game, there was an element of that. Like the boys were feeling themselves at Anfield, where they hadn't won for the last I don't know how many years, and here they are now dominating a very disappointing Liverpool side this season, dominating, and I think they kind of got ahead of themselves, with the confidence that they've had this whole season. That they kind of walked over that line that I'm speaking about, from confidence to arrogance, and I think it happened again in the West Ham game because they were in cruise control. I couldn't believe them because I think I switched on the game. I think I was watching with Lou 15 minutes, that hour I started watching. 15 minutes and it was 2-0 and I was like, this game is over.
Your goals, like I know they were in the space of 2 minutes. You scored the first goal and then the second goal came immediately. So I'm thinking, looking at the score, it's game over.
I thought 3 points. I'm looking at 5-0 already. I'm looking at 5-0, dog.
Like even that party mistake for the pen, even though I wasn't 100% sure it was a pen, but what are you doing in that area I was about to
highlight Partey in that game. He wasn't the normal Partey that we know this season. I think he had an off game. And like you said, it shouldn't be an excuse of tiredness because Arsenal are playing one game a week now. West Ham playing on Thursday against Genk.
But I think also Arteta is kind of showing his naivety and a bit of inexperience, because when you look at that game, say Saka, you could see Saka wasn't on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the moment that West Ham scored that first goal, I rate that it should have been Saka off, and I think Martinelli was a lot more of a threat, and he should have stayed on in that game rather than even taking off Odegaard. I felt like it makes no sense that you're putting on Trossard and Reece Nelson, and then you're taking off the supply, which was Odegaard and the captain. For me, that didn't really make sense for me, that substitution. So I think it was a bit of naivety on the side of Mikel Arteta, but hopefully he learns from this and we'll see what happens. It could be this result. I think these last two results could be the best or the worst thing for Arsenal, depending how he adjusted this. I think this is where he'll earn the Premier League now. That are you really about it or you're not?
Legend, talking about adjustments, you guys play again on Friday. This last part is on Arsenal. Like any change, what change would you make now into your lineup? Bring back Zinchenko maybe, Jorginho's part.
Zinchenko had a problem,
Okay.
So, it depends how he is. But we're playing a home game, so I think I'll give Tierney a run fit in the game in the starting lineup. I'll give Tierney a run, give Zinchenko a rest because he didn't play anyway in the weekend, and we don't want to risk him for maybe against Man City or anything like that. So I'll definitely give Tierney a chance at left back. Saliba is still a touch and go. I don't think he'll be available for this game coming up. Holding has been, I think Holding's time at Arsenal has come to an end. It was clear we're moving to a different direction. Champions League. We can't, I love him. Thanks for your time at the club. You've been a good servant, but now we the bright lights of the Champions League. It's going to be Ramsdale versus Mbappe.
Can I ask quick? Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly ask: do you think you guys also a little bit one-dimensional, especially in attack, in terms of that West Ham? They're obviously the bigger squad in terms of physical stature and stuff. But do you think there was no plan B? Because I think in the West Ham game, maybe you guys, if it wasn't working out that game plan, you don't have someone that you can just maybe throw it to just one route one a guy that can hold up.
I mean, it's quite easy now to it's quite easy to point out those type of things now because now everyone are getting two games about 2 weeks. It's been working quite well for us, but I won't lie, even when it was working quite well for us, I still thought
something
we need the plan B, we need the physical striker up top. When the chips are down, then you can just bombard the ball forward so that the big man can get it. I looked at I think the last minute of the game. We had a free kick around the halfway line, and we just passed it, whereas the clock was ticking down, a few seconds left. Whereas we should be kicking the ball directly to the box, trying to win the second balls. I think that's what Arteta is going to do next season. Try and get that big number 9 on top.
Do you think he brings back Balogun? Just Oganye?
Balogun. I think he'll come back and see what he does in pre-season. He's doing well. He's doing well in France. But I will be fine. We'll be fine.
But James, we have to talk about Man City, bro. Schools. This is the time of the season when Man City be on the Champions League, in the FA Cup, in the league. They are in cruise mode, cruise control, and they're rolling, And now they've got an android who he's just breaking records every season. And I think, bro, he's probably gonna be player of the season, bro. We can't deny it, bro. He's just elevated them. Do you think now, bro, it's that time, if Arsenal aren't careful, and also going into that fixture at the Etihad, bro, don't drop points, but do you see a team beating them right now, bro?
To be honest, yes, I do, bro. I've watched a few City games this season, to be honest with you, and I don't think, even with Haaland in the team, bro, I don't think they've been the City of old in terms of the dominance, man. Not that they're not dominating, but not dominating as much. I feel like this season more than any other season, you can have a go at City, but it's just a thing of where they have so many weapons that if you don't take your chances against them, they can absolutely obliterate you because they have too much, right? Just at their disposal. You take off Mahrez, you have Bernardo Silva, you know what I'm saying? You take off Haaland, you have Julian Alvarez, who can also do a very good job. So they stacked in terms of their options, but I think you can have a go at them, bro. And for me, actually, the player of the season for City, for me personally, is Nathan Ake. Like, I think he's gone under the radar a little bit because he's not the big name, and Haaland's obviously got all the headlines. But in terms of just stabilizing at the back and just being, he's played like almost every single game, just being there and consistent. I think he's the player of the season for City, personally, for me, if we weren't just looking at headlines, yeah, bro. But for me, as much as, yeah, Arsenal has tripped up a bit, but I think if Arsenal can go in with the right mindset against City, they can. I think they can get the better of City easily. In fact,
I think the scare part for me, or the most dangerous part for me, is that with Pep and City, like their game management is near perfect, bruh. Like I look, just going back to the game where they played against Poole. I think Poole scored first, and like even then, bro, like I was like, nah, it's still, it's still. See. Poole scored on the counter attack, but the game is still City's, and they allow you to attack at certain points. They know that a team's going to attack, but maybe in certain moments or certain time in the game, it's our time to attack now, you know. And more often than not, because of the Arsenal that they have or the weapons that they have, you know, they score, you know. So it's just like it's crunch time now, and I'm still, because of their pedigree in the Champions League, maybe that one is a bit scary. But then I'm realizing that they're in a trade for the treble, and they can still three-peat. So I'm pretty sure Pep is drilling that we can make history this season. And Legend, my brother, I'm scared for you now. I'm scared for you now, bro. What do you say, bro?
Yeah, Fede, we all knew that winning this title won't be easy. City will always be there. Like, as this good said, like City are all good, Fede. They're all good, but I've seen this season, but you can get at them, Fede. Definitely. If you take our game, for example, against them at the Etihad, I think the FA Cup game, it was quite close, Fede.
1-0, yeah.
1-0, yeah, it was quite close. Even the game at the carpet, but we had them most of the game, but it's just that once again, we didn't take our chances. And that's what City does. You don't take the chances against them, they'll kill you, Fede. They have Haaland, understand? And I think, I think City, if they lose, I think they'll be against a team that we don't expect them to lose against Fede. And I also think we can actually do something if we can get a point at the Etihad, depending on the situation where we're in by that time.
No, I think we all know
after this game, this game against City.
Yeah, so, and it's on a weekday, so load shedding, guys. Load shedding, come on, load shedding.
But also feel to like if I had to give a player of the season for City, to be John Stones, John Stones definitely fit. Like the way he's playing now this season, with him playing the inverted fullback, spending most of his time in the midfield, defensive position, I think he's quite good fit. He's been solid in attack, he's been solid in defense as well. So for me, definitely, I'll give it to John Stones.
For City, obviously the guy scoring the goals is the guy scoring the goals, but it's been a team effort, bro. Like even Rodri this season is having a sensational year. But Kevin De Bruyne is still him. Grealish now is showing his price tag. So like you said, Ake is Ake. So they've got too many options, bro. But before now we go to maybe the top four race. Let's go to Chelsea, man. Yeah, boy. Like Chelsea have had 4 managers this season. We didn't speak about this Legend. 4 managers. They're moving like Tiger Boys. Super United, bro. Like schools, bro. Like, bro, what the hell is happening at your club, bro? Like it's funny, man. But nah, man. Like when Arsenal was doing were in that slump, and United were in that slump with the sporting directives and whatever. It was funny, but it was also sad, bro. Like I just feel sad for Chelsea now because 30% possession, bro, at home against Brighton. I know Brighton's a good team, bro, a good ball-playing team and a dominating team, but nah, man. Especially spending that much money. Nah, man. What's happening there, bro?
It's a combination of a lot of things, bro. But for me, what I think I've realized, like having watched, especially in this end of the season, is that there's no leaders, bro. Like there's no identity to the club right now. And the fact that the Americans came in and they just got rid of everyone in that old regime, bro, I think that was the first mistake Bowley made. And I think they little knowledge about European football, where they're so used to American sports where you just throw money, millions, and also there's the expectation I think he's seeing now is different. Because in America, they don't mind if they win one World Series or one trophy every 7 or 10 years. Whereas, in European football, fans are very, very demanding. So I think it's a combination of that, also not picking the right setup, man. And there's a lack of leadership in the team where there's no guy that I can say, I mean, apart from maybe Azpilicueta, there's no real Chelsea man that you can say knows about the identity of the club, you know what I'm saying? And whereas with Arsenal, for example, during their period, there was always someone that knew what Arsenal was about, you know. Whereas Chelsea, we've been renegades, bro. Even in our best moments, there wasn't really a Chelsea identity that was known for 50, 60 years. It was Roman came in and he was just results, and there wasn't really a structure that was built. We were trying to towards the end of Abramovich era when we brought in Sarri. That's when things started to change a little bit, because now we're trying something different, going down a different direction. So now it's just a combination of everything happening at once.
It's we put so many ingredients into it now that when we eat the plate of food,
you don't know what
what do we make? Legend, I think we need to speak, bro.
For me, Fit, the fact that Ukepa was the captain of the team, it just sums up Chelsea this season.
Yeah.
Because if you look back in the successful years, if Ted is not there, Ivanovic is there, Cahill is there, Ashley Cole is there, Lampard, they are both the Ballacks, Fit. But now, who are you looking at, Fit, when Ashley Cole is not there? Gallagher, Chelsea boy. Well, Thiago Silva's injured, but there's no one, Fit, in the team who can actually lead the team.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, the crazy thing is we've only conceded, I think, 2 more goals than Arsenal this season, who are top of the league, right? So our biggest issue has actually been putting the ball in the back of the net.
We've seen this one.
And at the end of the day, yes, the football isn't great, but if you have someone that can put, City, for instance, City's a great example this season, right? They haven't been amazing like the City of all the other years. But the fact that they have guys that can take the game by the scruff of the neck and decide, yo, I'm going to make something special happen now, I think that's been the difference. If Chelsea had a guy that, even 15 goals, bro, a 15-goal striker would have put us in the top 6 right now.
Fit to really fit. What's going on with Aubameyang? Chelsea needs goals, Fit. And the one guy who can definitely score goals in the team,
I don't know.
Barely gets any game time.
I don't know what the obsession is with Kai Havertz playing at the number 9. And I feel I've been a hater of Kai Havertz for most of this season, but the more I've watched now, the more I'm starting to realize that we're actually ruining this kid, bro, and playing him out of position, because I've seen him a couple of times play in his more natural position, behind the striker or assisting the striker, and he's played a lot better in that position. But we keep, I don't know why we keep forcing this thing where we're playing him at number 9, bro, and it hasn't been working since even the Champions League, bro. Even that goal was just a lucky rebound off him where he got around. So I don't know where we have this obsession,
bro. You gonna carry on? Sorry.
No, I was just saying.
I'm just thinking, bro. You see now, your next managerial appointment, Fit, is probably your most important in your history now, bro. In terms of what happens next season, because if you appoint the right guy, you steady the ship, right? But if you don't appoint the right guy, then it goes to shit again. You understand? In terms of then you fire him, bring another guy, then it's leave the season again. United did one thing that was great last season. They hired Tenor again, bro. I'm not saying that our situation is the same as yours, because it's a bit different. But in terms of player personnel and in terms of attitude problems and stuff like that, it's kind of similar. The first thing that Tenor did is he got rid of the bad apple. I'm not going to extend Pogba's contract. I'm not going to extend Lingard's contract. Ronaldo, I'm going to take away as much as he's been a legend. Maguire, put on the bench. Sort those issues out first, bro. So you have a choice now between, and also your club hierarchy's got a choice between Nagelsmann, right, who legend likes, and Luis Enrique. Those seem like the front runners.
I want neither.
You want neither? I'm saying, bro, it looks like that manager that wants things and demanding is Enrique. I would say go for him, bro, so that he can just go into the club, fix what needs to be fixed. If you finish 7th again, that's fine. It's a start, bro. But bro, it needs to be what you said at the start of the season, but into the season. But we've got too many bad apples at Chelsea and too many apple clicks or whatever. Yeah. Those guys need to go, and players that want to play with the badge, bro, need to stay in.
To be honest, up to me, I'm going either to two. There's only two managers I want, right? Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho, right?
That's what I'm saying. A stern manager,
yeah.
Or a manager, because now you've got two choices. You get a stern manager, one that's like, I'm not saying it's like Ten Hag in terms of like playing personality or whatever. I'm just saying who demands respect,
Yeah.
Okay, you get in a new guy, a newbie, like a Graham Potter of sorts, then you already know about Thiago Silva is not going to respect this guy. You can't just look at him like, bro, like, what if you won?
To be honest, bro, I'm not about this, process and whatever, right? I didn't mind it. I was willing to give like Potter a chance, right? But the issue is like the way everything has happened, like this big squad, the way these owners just went and got so many players when there were still so many players we had to get rid of, right? It's going to be very difficult now to really focus on like a proper process. So what I need now is I need short term now. I need someone that's just going to quickly come in, fix things up, right? And then just give us a bit of identity again. Even if we're that team that plays that boring football again, but there must be some sort of structure.
But dog, like, what's wrong with Chelsea fans, dog? Like, those guys, they chased Mourinho onto the club. Mourinho's first season, they chased Conte out the club. Now they're begging Mourinho and Conte to come back.
Yeah.
Dog, you guys don't learn, Fate.
But that's our history, bro.
Don't go back, bro.
Like, it's your history, Fate, but how many times are you going to go back to Mourinho?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Like,
but it works, bro. That's what I care about.
How long does it work for, though? You understand?
Exactly, because now, listen, Fate. You're going to hire Mourinho. He's going to buy the 29-year-olds.
Yeah.
Sure, Fate, you might win the FA Cup, you might challenge for the league. But you understand that you're going back to level zero where you have to rebuild again.
But here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, right? Mourinho came back the second time, right? Built things back up. We got back to our winning ways, right? Then, yes, following season, as per usual with Mourinho, it goes downhill, right? Who do we go and get after that? We went and got Antonio Conte, right? I think it was Conte, right?
I would think so.
I think it was Conte 2015. Yeah, I think it was Conte, right? But my point is that, like, the reason we went back to Mourinho is because we were trying all this other nonsense where we're trying to get a manager that's process. But the Chelsea identity, bro, is that, dog, it's a results business. You come in, you get the job done. If you're not getting the job done, you get out.
I understand, Fate, if you say Diego Simeone, Fate. Then I'll say
it's a new idea.
It's a new idea, Fate. Yeah, sure, the football's not great, but that's Chelsea. But Mourinho again.
But I'm also going to leave this here. When you went back to old managers, it was under Roman. Now it's under Todd Bowley.
So those guys, it's all about building projects.
I get it, bro. I understand that, right? But my thing is, we're here where we are now. We try. You guys were the ones giving Potter time. No, man. I'm talking the ownership, right?
Yeah.
And cool, I could get behind that, right? But then you decided to get rid of him, right? And then you go get Lampard. Like, that's another thing that's just that ownership. They close to the Cronkies for me right now, bro. I'm almost like
the old Cronkies.
Clear.
The old Cronkies.
I'm almost clear like because like why would you then go and get Frank Lampard, bro?
Yes,
like
I didn't get that one.
It makes no effing sense to go.
I would have gotten John Terry.
Bro. Going at Lampard makes absolutely no sense. He's got Everton almost relegated now, right? Now you go get him when we're struggling against relegation teams, bro. We lost to Southampton. Now you go get a guy that was just relegating one of the biggest clubs in England, and you get him in because of sentiment. And I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get the fans back on their side, right? But at what cost, right? And this is what I'm saying, that for me, I would rather, bro, like, go get Mourinho again, right? Just to give you all content, whoever, someone that's been there, who knows what the Premier League is about, just to get us back on our feet, just to give us, because now we're spineless, bro. Like, we have all the talent, but there's these players don't know what they're doing on the field. They have no sense of.
Leave it there, schools. Leave it there.
Nah, but before we
Frank Lampard out.
Cheap. Before we move on, Fetu, like, I know I was making a joke about this, but Fetu, out of got John Terry really fit.
Yeah,
sure, Lampard was there since he was like 28, 21 years old. But Fetu, if there's one guy who really understands what Chelsea's about, that's John Terry, Fetu, the Chelsea boy, bro. So And I feel like fair too. You demand respect in the dressing room. Those are kids fair to go to the dressing room. They need someone who will have balls fair to like say, hey, look here,
gonna do this.
It's not performing. Dog, I've played under Mourinho, I've played under Conte. I'll get you out.
Because my thing is, bro, it's simple things like pressing, right? We can't even get that effort of players like actually pressing in cohesion or even wanting to get that ball back. Sterling, he's making his 300k a week, and he knows no matter how he performs, he's not in for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that. That's why I want Mo in them back, because Mo, as much as they have their flaws, Conte and Mo, they have their flaws. But one thing I know I'll get from them is they'll call a spade a spade.
Just watch Conte from Conte. You want Conte back after watching him at Spurs.
And
he's seen Spurs.
But this is the same guy. This is the same guy who said if there's anyone we can get those players to win the game,
Spurs are like this. The guy Conte. Those are Spurs. It's because he's also the reason why
Spurs aren't doing too bad, bro. Like they're still in top 4 contention, which is the least I could say for. And the fact that like we've seen now that Mo, all these top managers that go there that have won everywhere else, they come to Spurs. So clearly there's something wrong with that club.
It's a history.
Yeah, but
thank you. Actually, going to Spurs. Actually, we're going to move to Spurs now. And
you can segue to Spurs now. But I'm just saying that you can see with Spurs, bro. There's no spine. There's no balls in that team, bro.
Like Chelsea,
these brothers. But this is what I'm saying, bro. Like it's a club issue with Spurs. With us, it's also a club issue. But what's happened is
it's a club
we're trying to change too much too soon. Like if you watch Newcastle, for example, bro. Newcastle got billionaire owners, but you didn't see them go out doing crazy things on the market where they just go and buy like £100 million players, £120 million pound players.
But to be fair, for them, it's more about the financial fair play.
Yeah, but they also have a plan though.
Fair enough. But they were smart about their business. They knew, okay, we need to get this and this. They went and got Eddie Howe, right? So as much as, yes, it's Newcastle, they have these multi-billionaire owners. They could have easily gone and said, let's go get a Zidane or a top manager and we'll just give him an open checkbook. But they know it has to come in stages, right? And you can't lose too much of yourself trying to chase the top. And that's what Chelsea should have done, bro. Like I would have rather, as much as I was like Potter, I can't watch this football anymore. I would have understood if they stuck out with him for the rest of the season. Where it's like, give him the season, and then after that, then look into who you can get. But now, you fire him in the middle of the season to go get a relegation manager who's probably just going to do worse, right?
He is doing worse.
And now he's doing worse, and now it's like...
One goal in April.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what was the point of it? He might as well have kept part. So it's just a decision making for me. I feel like Bowley and his crew are trying to chase like success too quickly. Instead of just being like, yeah, bro.
I think, so before we go to Spurs and Newcastle and that race for top 4, I want to say about United, the only thing now that might kill us is our injuries. Yeah, it's looking a bit scary there. Rashford, the Shaws and whatever. But let's go to Spurs and Newcastle. Legend, I know you're going to say Newcastle for top 4, ne?
I've been saying the whole season.
I
still have them finishing in 3rd, fit.
You're this guy. I'm here. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Newcastle to finish 3rd. But fair to like Spurs.
That would mean Newcastle will have to get 3 points from you guys there.
Yeah.
No, carry on.
But anyway, Spurs, dog.
Huh? They could easily make.
They can. I think I have them as favourites actually over Spurs, because Spurs are so Spursy, bro. How do you lose to Bournemouth and Everton draw? Like there's certain things that they also kept Conte's whole coaching staff as well. They sacked him but kept these coaching staff. So what changes?
With Spurs, how about the fans, not trying to get the ownership out, Like every season it's the same story, bro. For the past 165 years.
It's a culture, bro. Like that's what they used to, bro.
Like surely, you can see like the Newcastle's coming up for the fuck. Leicester won the Premier League funding, and you guys are still trying to win the same Premier League or fighting for top 4. Like you have your best striker or your best player in the club's history, competing for top 4. Yeah, well, he's scoring goals left, right, and centre, but he's winning football, he's breaking records. You definitely break the Premier League scoring record as well, So like I think the fans also they need to like step up as well, go on a march, go do what the Arsenal fans did and the the United fans
raise
did.
Raise
awareness though, like let it run through all the fan base.
Till the end of the season,
because we have to show if this can't keep on going on, dog. Like every season, it's the same story with them. Battling fourth or battling games. Like this game against Bournemouth where they lost in the last 10 minutes. They're so Spursy, feel. Like if you had one game to sum up with Spurs, it's a game against Bournemouth.
I think that's their model, bro. It's a business for those owners.
It is.
And I think they've gotten the fans or the fan base so used to that, like we just compete
Just be happy.
Just be happy with what you get, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they also will use that excuse, we just built you a stadium, yada yada, but yeah man, I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
Spurs.
bro, just when you say it's a business for them, once you use your stadium like
for other things,
multi-purpose, like one way, then you must know about
it's not about
it's scary.
They're not going to compete anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because now even Nagelsmann is rejecting them.
Yeah.
Enrique is rejecting them.
I know they're gonna get Brendan Rodgers. You can already see, but they're gonna get him.
Yeah, I see it as well.
You already see. But also, when next season, when Graham Potter gets a new job, man, I don't care where it is.
I see Graham Potter come to Spurs.
Yeah, wherever it is, legend, and it goes on a nice run. I'll be the first one to say that Graham Potter deserves more. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first one, bro. I'll be the first one.
Yeah, bro.
What's happening at the bottom, bro? Except I know Leicester's 19th, bro.
Yeah.
Southampton is 20th, and I think Nottingham is like
Leicester.
17th.
Leicester's looking scary hours there, bro, and I don't know what's going on, bro. I think there's a lot of players that also don't want to be there. That felt like Leicester have kind of had them locked in past their primes or in their primes. They have them locked in and they don't want to let them go. Like, and Leicester is known for not letting you go at a cheap price. So I think there's maybe a weird atmosphere within the club where it's like they won the league and that kind of gave them pedigree a little bit. But then they still Leicester at the end of it. Like, I don't know how to put it. So players still have that thing.
I know at the start of this season they didn't like spend at all, and then when they spend now, they spend it like on championship level players, one Brazilian from Leo.
Yeah, look at the defender at the board from Stoke City to Suter. Come on, dog.
Are they getting, like Legend says, are they preparing for the underground?
They're going straight to the underground.
It's gonna be,
and in fact, it's unlike Leicester to lose a player like Telemans on a free, dog. Yes, it's free agent, fair to Telemann, someone who served you guys so well and was a vital player.
But it's tight at the bottom, bro. Like
you can go up to Chelsea's.
Yeah. Even there, bro.
I just need 40 points. Nah, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like Chelsea, it's not safe. It's not safe.
Yeah.
We need one more win to know that.
Who's 17th? Nottingham, man? Or is Everton?
Yeah, it's Nottingham 18th and then Everton 17th. Leeds is 16th. West Ham 15th. And it's between between Wolves, who's on 34 points, and the bottom three, which is Nottingham 18th. There is
4 points? 3 points?
5 points.
So schools, who would you say is going down? You're 3 now.
I think Hampton is definitely going down.
Yeah.
I think Nottingham, I have a feeling Forest is going down. Hey, it's between Everton. I trust Sean Dyche though. I trust Dyche for to save Everton. Leicester, bro. I think Leicester, it's looking scary hours. 25 points, bro. 25 points. That's scary hours, bro. And they've lost everything, bro. So it's not looking good for Leicester.
Before I go to you, I think I want to say Leeds will be there over Leicester, but I don't think Leicester's surviving, bro. Nah, I don't think it's surviving.
Leeds will be fine.
They'll be fine this season, bro.
Yes. Leeds, I think they'll be fine.
And also, Leicester don't have a goalkeeper. You just shoot, it's a goal, bro. So
Southampton, Leicester, and Nottingham Forest, they're going down.
Yes, you're saying Lingard's going to the underground.
Lingard's going to going in the championship, Fratton Park.
But just highlight the Premier League is so amazing, bro, because Nottingham Party spent over 100 million fans, and also I know Southampton has spent like a lot, like in terms of like money wise, but like they brought in like 12 players now. Where Leicester also brought in like new faces, but like it's just like, bro.
There's also Wolves there too, who shouldn't be in that position with the players they have and the manager they have. But I think they're fine. They'll be fine.
Shout out to the old man Roy Hodgson. I know.
Roy's
dog. Two games, 6 goals.
Yo, bro.
Yes.
The hoopers are hooping now.
Yo, the cage ballers from South London, dog.
Shout out Emery.
Don Emery. Did Don Emery deserve more time?
Yeah.
That is the question.
I saw you on with some homie there on the timeline. Like, what about Arsenal?
Right,
Yeah.
you slave, the guy. Shout out to Emery, fit. Like, well done. Because he got them in 16th and then now 6th, fit.
Yeah, bro.
So they're fighting for Champions League spot as well.
Yeah. Brighton's there.
So Brighton, respect to those guys, my fit.
But I think to answer what you were saying, bro, like Nottingham spent 100 mil. Bro, I think you can't just spend money without a plan, bro. And I mean, City's the perfect example of that, bro. They spend money, but they don't spend as much money as you think.
No,
like in terms of,
right.
they don't go crazy. They do go crazy, but not as crazy as we think, yeah, bro. And they always have a plan. Like they don't just go and spend 60 mil or 70 mil on a player and not have a plan for you. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of these big teams, they get into the Prem and they feel that you know when you're in the club, bro, and you have the ball and spend, and you feel like, hey, I gotta spend as well.
Just on City again, bro. Like. City also make it back. Like you already know now they can sell like probably Laporte, make it back. Jao Cancelo make it back. So when they spend,
they get it back.
They get it back, bro. They get it back. Even Arsenal have timed it right now. Like Trossard, tick over side.
Because I remember Villa.
Jorginho, tick. All of them ticks.
Yeah. Villa also, there was a season Villa spent like crazy.
This one I mean. Last season.
Last season.
Last season, they spent like crazy.
And
and the results don't necessarily always show. You have to have a plan.
But do you think Nottingham Forest would learn from the last time Fulham in the Premier League? Those guys, both Sherlock and series and all those big players, and what happened? They got relegated.
No plan.
No plan, nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
But yeah, though, like
even top 6 is also
there's like pool maybe 8th or 9th now, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know where those fans are getting the Premier League quality is dropped this season. First position till 20th, everyone's competing. It's hard, bro. Just look at the relegation fight in the
like nothing's been confirmed just yet, bro, you know.
Yeah, and do you think Spurs will go for? I was hearing they'll go for Company as well.
Nah, I don't think so. I hope he stays there.
I think Company will stay.
He
can't like fight so hard and get like
only to
play an expensive
change the whole style
of football, dog, and then just go to Spurs. I think you'll also see, I know Spurs, like I know the history of Spurs.
Yeah. And Pep been saying, I see this guy replacing me. He's been saying that a lot.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like I see him replacing me. So buy your time at Burnley for a little bit. Do a good job there. Get another good job. And City's yours, bro.
I mean, last season, I know you guys not in Champions League this year, but
is that a flex now? No, you're 2-0 down, bro.
It's the last kicks of a dying horse. I know I won't be speaking about it for a while, so yeah, man.
How are you feeling?
Could Chelsea have a famous Champions League nights at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah,
no, Stamford Bridge. Yeah, like comeback wise and all that.
I mean they do, but with these players.
Yeah, not with these players.
Because like if you check back then with the 2 Champions Leagues they have. Okay, we all know who was in the first one, the Drogba's, all those experienced players. Second one, Kante, Jorginho, Kehi was there, ne?
Yeah, Kehi was there.
The second one. Oh, he was there. But at least there were those players with experience and the know-how. Rudiger. Now it's those young fans going like.
They don't.
I think it might be a bit too tough.
No, I think we're out, bro. Like I'm not
out. That's not
even hoping, but
managers of the real game, bro. Like
but Madrid, even when we bad, bro, Madrid, they better put some respect on us, bro.
How?
Our head to head, bro. Our head to head is.
But those are those players. This is the American players. The Chelsea Cowboys. So, but we all said Chelsea.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen in football.
Look at the 2 Champions Leagues once again.
Anything can happen in football, but
that's
over.
It's over.
A lot of history and Logic is also against you this time around.
Yeah. Also, I think whoever wins it out of our side of things, which is Bayern, Madrid, City, and Chelsea. I think the winner will come from that side because Napoli now, they're looking shady in the Serie A and
heritage, guys. Respect heritage and royalty.
Like, do you see any way back for it, Bayern?
But no ways.
It's over.
City and Madrid now manage the game.
It's over, bro.
They can score 1 goal, but make sure
it's between City and Madrid, bro.
Napoli is off. Napoli is split.
Royalty.
Yeah,
Even the blue side of Milan, royalty.
Yeah.
Napoli is going to make the semi-finals. I actually have them for the finals as well. I have.
Royalty.
I do.
Royalty. Milan, the Milan clubs are making the final.
bro.
Royalty.
Let's go Milan, bro. But
Yeah.
I think the winner will come from between Bayern and Madrid, bro. And I think this could be Pep's year finally, bro, to break his curse, bro, since leaving Barca. But again, I've said it many times as well.
We've all said it.
Yeah.
This would be said.
Yeah, but we'll see.
The Champions League, the
All
Champions
Connor
League.
does is raise his eyebrow. You know what's up.
Bro.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, gents. You know where to find us: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Follow, subscribe, like our videos, share them with your uncles and aunties. And your brothers and sisters and everyone, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Back 3. Legend, last thoughts?
Now we're back for it. We're
Yeah.
back.
Schools.
Yeah, can the season end? But anyway, thanks for supporting. See you guys next time. Adios.
Peace.
Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. It's all. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be, yeah. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya. Bitch, I be leaning, I tell ya.